Hey there, gang. This is a short one. I don't want to go on and on because I already did 2 parts of the best effects of 2023, but I forgot 2. And they're 2 I use every day, and I have to mention the first one, which you'll see on your screen right now, is the 2-Note Opus. And the Opus is an amazing device. I hesitated to pick it up right away when it first came out. I think I waited a couple of weeks because I was like, oh man, another one of these, amp modeler things, and it's supposed to be better than everything else, and blah, 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 blah. I mean, we keep hearing this all the time. But thankfully, your buddy Ed tries all this crap, and the 2-Notes is really good. What I like about it is the amps are very responsive. They're very 3-dimensional. They're very realistic. They feel good when you play them. And that's key, right, for one of these devices. Now, it doesn't have, 8 different slots like the HX Stomp, or 24 different possibilities like the Boss 1000 CE, the Core 1000 CE. But I think I like the amps better. They just feel better. And they've done an exceptional job with their IRs. Of course, you can import your own IRs. But the part about the Opus that really sold me, and I did a demo on this, so just check it out on my page, was the acoustic preamp presets IR functionality. I think, now I made presets and I've done demos of this for my HX Effects, for my HX Stomp, and they were pretty good. And I've even tried a whole bunch of other devices and demoed them for you. I think the Opus acoustic guitar capability is just a little bit more realistic. Again, you don't have multiple effect slots. You get reverb. There's some compression built in. So I would read the manual on how that compression is used, because there's a blend knob for the enhance function of the Opus. And then it's got an EQ. You can use the preamp. I started using the preamp with my acoustics, but then turned it off later because I just felt it was a little bit much. It wasn't necessary. Their IRs are fantastic for the acoustic as well as the electric, but you can bring in your own IRs. And to wit, I was like, oh, well, let me see. I didn't check out. I have a nylon guitar I might take out on the road. And I wrote to them, I said, hey, I don't see any nylon here. They're like, no, we're working on it, but see what happens if you import one. So I went to that free IR, acoustic IR website, and they only have like 2 or 3 for nylon string up there, but one of them was fantastic. I imported it, boom, created a nylon string preset. So now I have presets from my electric guitar, from my lap steel, from my regular acoustic guitars. Actually, 2 of my acoustic guitars, because even though they're both Larave's, they sound vastly different plugged in. And then now I have one for nylon string. So importing the IR for the nylon string worked great. I have messed around with importing IRs in for the electric guitar, but to be honest, just like the guys at Line 6 told me, they've spent a lot of time cultivating their cabinets to match what they've programmed. That's kind of the way it is with the 2-Note Opus. I kind of feel like, okay, yeah, I can sit here for hours and try different IRs. I own hundreds of IRs, but theirs really work great. So I would try them first. If you get a 2-Note Opus, I think the functionality is amazing. And basically, it's the end of your pedal board, right? So you can run all your effects, whatever you like, and then you have this, and you have reverb. And I think that's pretty cool. So double thumbs up for the 2-Note Opus. I've had it now for over 6 months. I think it was totally worth it. So that was worth mentioning. The other one that you're going to see on your screen right now is the Source Audio Nemesis ADT. I can't believe I forgot to mention this. I think maybe because I lent it to my bandmate and he won't give it back. But this is an amazing delay. We did a demo for this too with no talking, just playing through it. Now, what's the difference? Well, this is analog drive-through. That's the difference between this Nemesis and the old one. This has analog drive-through, so there's no latency. A lot of people were complaining about the latency issues, so now, boom, you don't have that. Plus, there's a couple of new algorithms. There's the filter algorithm, which I freaking love. It sounds amazing. And the oil can algorithm, amazing, amazing. Those have easily become my favorite two new algorithms overall. And that's not to say that the rest of the delay algorithms in the Nemesis don't sound great. They sound fantastic. But the other thing I love about Source Audio, I am not somebody who's afraid to go into the app, to the Neuro desktop app, or you can do it on your phone or your iPad as well, and tweak to my heart's delight and make a bunch of different presets. And by the way, the Nemesis have 8 presets on the front of it. So I think I can go up to 128 presets with MIDI, but you have access to 8 naturally on the device, analog, so to speak. So I love that. I love the Neuro desktop app. I use it all the time with all of my Source Audio devices. It's unbelievable because of all the secondary and third-dairy and fourth-dairy levels of things that you can tweak. I mean, it's almost like having multiple effects and multiple capabilities in one. Like, there aren't that many effects on the market that you can go that deep with and do it the way you want it, right? To fulfill your soul exactly musically what you want to hear. That's why I love Source Audio. So big props to the Nemesis ADT. If you don't have a Nemesis or you've been thinking about getting one for all these years, now's the time. No latency, analog drive-through. If you already had a Nemesis, might be time to sell it and pick up one of these if the latency thing is a big deal with you. I should also mention that the Source Audio Collider, which is the delay reverb in one, that has always had analog drive-through. The Ventris doesn't. Perhaps the Ventris will have analog drive-through in the future. Maybe. Hey, they didn't tell me anything. I'm just guessing because, I'm reading the tea leaves. So those are the two I missed. The 2-Note Opus and the Source Audio Nemesis ADT that are totally on my list of best of 2023 and are worth your attention to look into. All right, I'll keep buying pedals and I'll keep reporting on it. Thanks for watching.